across states and within them. Income and wealth disparities are growing across and within nations. In India, according to the latest Oxfam report, 9 people have more wealth than 70 crore Indians have. So 9 people on one side and 700 million Indians on the other side. That's the kind of disparity of wealth that we have been able to create. Similarly, there are reports from the World Wealth Report about the income disparities. And this data from Oxfam does not include the black economy. If you included the black economy, the disparity would be even greater, because the black economy is concentrated in the hands of the top 3%. So the wealth disparity and the income disparity would be even higher if we included the black income generation process. But this is not just in India. According to Krugman, who wrote a piece in 2005, he showed, on the basis of data that had come out from their Census Bureau, that in 2000 the disparity in the US was greater than it used to be in 1920s. So 1920s, before the Depression, there was huge disparities. They had got modified to a certain extent because of the Keynesian policies that were followed after the war, and they then, post the monetarist policies that came after the 75, with the Thatcherism and Reaganism taking hold of economic policies, they have again increased dramatically, in these areas. Another problem that has come up is rapid technological change has led to not only unemployment but marginalization of labor and to short-termism. There's a famous paper by Arrow, the Nobel Prize winner, which says that technology creates a mist of the future. We are not able to see the future. So if you go back 20 years from today, there's no internet or hardly any internet, there's no e-banking, there's no e-commerce. So look at the change that has taken place. Telegrams have disappeared, people hardly write letters, you can send emails, So the change is so rapid that they are unable to anticipate where we are headed. And that's what is implied, that there's a mist of the future, so therefore we all become short-termists. We can't foresee where we are headed. And there's a book by Kurzweil which says the singularity is near. And this Kurzweil's argument is that technical change is so rapid that we will not be able to tell how fast we are going to change. So if you combine this, then the future is not very clear, future is not visible, and therefore we only think in the short run. And that is something that characterizes us today, that we are all becoming short-termists. So globalization has resulted in massive movements of capital and to its strengthening, and that has weakened labor and marginalized the weakened society. Along with this, there's a rapid growth of illegality in the world with proliferation of tax havens, of which the best known is Switzerland. But there are 90 tax havens. Switzerland is the best known, but there are, on the whole, according to different listings, up to 90 tax havens in the world. And they enable, this financial architecture enables people to move their illegal funds out of the country. So a lot of illegal flow of funds is taking place, facilitated by this international financial architecture. And the developing world has been suffering from flight of capital since the end of the colonial era. So one of the famous books on tax havens shows that the British started setting up tax havens, knowing that as the colonization ends, they will not be able to get the capital from the colonies, so therefore they would use the tax havens to get the capital out of the developing world. So this tax havens have created a lot of problems, and it has led to the promotion of illegal activities and black income generation in the developing world, because you can move out of illegal funds, and because of the secrecy provided by the tax havens, you can hide your funds. So nations that are poor and lack adequate capital for the development of their poor are exporting capital to the developed world via the tax haven. So we say India is a very poor country, but we've exported a hell of a lot. So one of the papers that we worked at, which has not got published since 2013, we've shown that the loss of the opportunity cost of the amount of capital that had gone abroad is about $2 trillion between 1948 and 2012. So if $2 trillion was additionally invested in the Indian economy, it would be a much larger economy. So in other words, the loss to the Indian economy is far greater than the aid that has been given. And that's the kind of figure that's available from elsewhere also, that there's a lot of loss of capital to the developing world. The rich countries have also suffered as a result of these tax havens. Not that they've gained capital, but they've also suffered in other ways. There's a phenomenon called BEPS, base erosion profit shifting. So this BEPS phenomenon implies that rich companies in the rich countries, they're shifting their headquarters to countries which have low tax rates. So Ireland which used to be a very poor country in the 1990s, suddenly became very rich because a lot of these companies like Starbucks and Google, etc., they're headquartered in Ireland and paid very little taxes over there. And President Obama said famously in 2009 that the US was losing $100 billion in taxes because of BEPS.